Hi, Owen Rubel here again to talk to you about the HTML5 Canvas game framework application that I've been working on. So I got pretty far along with the application, and I realized that in order for people to really use this and make use of this, I can't have them editing the map files by hand. That's not very useful, for the average user. A knowledgeable user, somebody who's knows the framework, yes, perhaps, but I can't expect people to do that. So for this to be of any use, I'm going to have to create a Tilemap editor. So I went out there, I looked on the web, I actually even looked at the original framework too, and the original framework came with a Tilemap editor. Well, actually, it didn't come with a Tilemap editor. They later created one. It was broken as all hell, excuse my language, and they never ever improved upon it. They never ever fixed it. They created it as a demo. It would have never worked with what I built, because what I built is a very custom version of their application. And a lot of people complained about it. A lot of people said, yeah, this doesn't work, this is broken, and it's also pulling in files from a third-party site. And so I had to go to other sites to look to see what they're doing. And I didn't like what they were doing either. So what I eventually did is I just decided, okay, to heck with this, I'm just going to code everything from scratch. So just thinking about the logic was fairly easy. It wasn't too hard. All I had to do was think it through, go, okay, what do we have to do? First, we have to just pick a tile set, not too hard. Figure out the map width, map height. Now, we don't need to think about the tile width and tile height, because tile width and tile height are going to be pretty set in stone. I don't want people changing tile width, tile height. I want tile width, tile height for all the tile sets to be the same. So people are going to be creating tile sets, and they're all going to be being the same, so that everything has a uniform look and feel. Also, at the same time, it gets confusing trying to explain the difference to people, the difference between map width, map height, and tile width and tile height. People quickly get confused in that. Here, you just have to provide these quick variables, and bam, there you go. We created a foreground tile, a background tile, and our map. Quick and simple map. Now you'll see right here the settings. We have the current map layer is the background, and we're going to pull up our map tiles. Now, immediately you saw a bug that I'm having to deal with. Let's go ahead and reset that. Bam. It has some sort of preload issue that I need to fix. But there you go. So I click on a tile, and boom, we set the background tile, and we can just immediately start using it. We'll start setting all of these in here, like so. And then we'll just go ahead and change the foreground. And this would actually work better with some sort of slider there. But you saw that I changed the setting to foreground, picked a new tile, and it changed the foreground tile map. Now, I set this deliberately like this so that the foreground overlapped the background, so you can see kind of what's going on here, that the foreground is going to overlap the background. So let's go ahead and lay that tile in. You can see that the foreground tile goes over the background tile. This is deliberate. We want to have layering in this. And you can eventually have more layers if we want, but for right now, we just need to have two layers, a background and a foreground, so that we can have objects showing through. And this is pretty much it. This is all that I have right now. And eventually I'm going to put in a bit more. But this gives us the basics of what we need to start creating maps and exporting them into the system so that people can start creating maps and playing their own games. So I hope you enjoyed. This is the demo of the Tilemap editor. Thanks.